Having 30 years of service and being at least 55 is one of the keys to retiring, but it's not the only key. There are many keys you're actually missing here. So 55 just says the earliest you can take it. 30 puts you in the 2008 ERF, so you'd be taking 20% pension credit here. Whether or not that works for your situation is up to you, and even if it does, other things you need to consider is the income gaps you're going to have between starting your pension at that age, whenever you plan to start Social Security, whether that be at 62, a 7-year gap, 65, a 10-year gap. You have to figure out how to fill that. Are you working part-time? Are you working at a different job altogether? Are you not working at all? How much income are you taking from your portfolio? And are you going to be taking too much during that 7-10-year time period that it won't be able to sustain itself past that point? So yeah, money is a big key part here. But the biggest factor is your expenses. What are you actually spending? Matter if you're retiring early, you're more than likely going to have the same amount of income, definitely need to be spending less. I see oftentimes people will think that they can retire early and still spend the same amount of money, and it doesn't work that way. If our income's less, our spending has to be less. And some people have a really hard time with that transition and not being able to do the fun things that they used to. They built themselves such a lavish lifestyle that anything less than their current income is going to feel like a penalty for them, and they have a real hard time leaving work early, even if they've been doing this for 30 years and are at least 55 and could go early. So key points there is your expenses, whether or not it is something you want to do or can afford to do. Other key things here is your health insurance costs. That's going to be a big one for a lot of people. You still got long-term care costs to consider, the estate planning side of things. Then you got the whole tax planning world. Taxes are pretty easy when you're just working for one employer getting your paycheck. When you retire, then you start getting income from different investment sources. You got money coming in from the pension system, eventually Social Security. Then there's just different tax options you never had available to you, or tax strategies. And so that's going to open up a lot more doors and opportunities for you. Also makes things a bit more complicated. Nothing that you can't do yourself with some time, but it's something to consider. So there's a lot of things that you need to be considering if you're going early, and it is very risky a lot of times to retire early on your own. It's good to have someone there, or at least have some kind of background to run the numbers to make sure it is doable, and you don't blow through all your money in the next 10, 20 years, and then you're living on a lot less and hurting because inflation, or you spent too much in your 50s and 60s, and you have to live on a lot less in your 70s and 80s.